What if silence was never empty? What if it was alive, waiting, watching, listening? Every pause, every stillness, every quiet moment holds a story. It's not nothing, it's everything we never hear. Imagine the hush before dawn, the pause before a storm, the quiet in a crowded room. Silence carries weight, it carries meaning, it carries the universe itself. Millions search daily. What does silence mean? Why is silence powerful? Can silence teach more than words? If that's you, stay. Silence has been speaking all along, and this channel will help you finally hear it. Subscribe now, because every whisper, every pause, every hidden truth lives here, waiting to be discovered. Wing with first one, the silence speaks before words. Silence is not empty. You see, it is a language older than speech, older than writing, older than thought itself. Think of your life. A friend goes quiet, a partner withdraws, a moment of tension fills the air. Do you feel emptiness or meaning? Psychologists say silence carries layers of emotion, fear, anger, love, grief, all at once, without sound. In the cosmos, silence is not different. Mystics call it shunya, the void pregnant with infinite possibilities. Taoists claim silence carries truth beyond expression. Indigenous traditions said Earth itself speaks silently. What is silence is the first word of the universe. Every star, every thought, every heartbeat, born from silence, daring to speak. Moving with next one. Silence rewires the brain. Science confirms what mystics always knew. Silence is brain medicine. Harvard, John Hopkins studies shows 2 minutes of uninterrupted silence can stimulate more brain growth than hours of music. Your neurons fire, your brain repairs, memory strengthens, stress drops, creativity ignites. Sit quietly, let the noise fade. Emotions settle, thoughts realign, focus sharpens, high performance surge. Can silence make me smarter? Does silence reduce stress faster than meditation? How to use silence to improve mental clarity? Silence is not empty, silence is mental alchemy. Most people never truly listen. Going with next one. Silence always tells the truth. Words lie, noise distracts. Silence never lies. Courtroom, questions asked. Witness say nothing. Silence becomes evidence. Betrayal, partner goes quiet. No words, no excuses. Silence screams louder than any explanation. Negotiation, negotiation called it a weapon. Therapists call it mirror. Millions search. Why does silence hurt more than words? Why is silence powerful? Why is silence attractive? Every pause, every word, every breath. Silence declares truth. It cannot be ignored. It cannot be denied. Moving with next one, quantum silence of the universe. Physics reveals empty space is never empty. Even in the vacuum, silence vibrates, alive, waiting, pregnant with potential. Silence is a cosmic canvas, not absence. Potential before creation, the blank page before the story. Quantum physics suggests reality is a dialogue. Silence collapses into sound. Potential collapses into form. Thought collapses into matter. When we sit quietly, we join the cosmic dialogue. We participate in the conversation of existence itself. Silence has always spoken. We simply must listen. Moving with next one. Silence in relationships. Silence in love is sharp. It can hurt. It can heal. The silence treatment destroys. Shared silence builds intimacy. Sitting beside someone you love, no words, no explanation, just presence, comfort, safety, trust. But silence can wound. A phone unanswered, a room empty, a partner withdrawn. A partner withdrawn. Silence is never neutral. It carries what words cannot. Millions search. Why does silence hurt? Why is silence more meaningful than words? Silence is raw truth. It guides love. It guides life. It teaches what cannot be taught. Moving with next one. Silence as spiritual gateway. Silence opens the soul. Jesus into the desert. Buddha under the Bodhi tree. Monks vanish into caves. Why? In silence, illusions fall away. Ego dissolve. Thought vanish. The eternal whisper beneath existence emerges. Billions search. Can silence connect me to God? Why meditate in silence? What is the spiritual power of silence? Silence is not absence of God. Silence is God speaking through being. Truth, clarity, beauty, all emerging quiet. Moving with next one. Silence has power in leadership. Silence builds authority. Silence sparks curiosity. Silence gives leverage. A CEO pauses. Attention shifts. A negotiator waits. Pressure mounts. A marketer withholds. Desires grows. Searches explode. How to use silence in negotiation. Why silence makes leaders powerful. Psychology of silence in influence. Silence is not empty. Silence is influence. Silence is profit hidden in unspoken words. Moving with next one. Silence and time. Eternity in a pause. Silence bends time. Sit quietly. 1 minute can feel eternal or vanish in a blink. Noise locks us in clocks. Silence frees us. Philosophers call it the closest we get to eternity. Deadlines, pressure, schedules dissolve. Presence expands. Silence scares people because in it you meet yourself. Time disappears and truths you wired rise to the surface. Moving with next one. The eternal whisper. Every heartbeat, every pause between thoughts, every breath, silence is speaking. It says, you are not empty. The world is not meaningless. Truth doesn't always shout. Sometimes the loudest truths are whispered. Whispers of silence are ancient, transformative, eternal. Moving with final words for you. When silence learned to speak, it did not roar, it whispered, it waited. Those who listened were never the same. Ask yourself, are you listening? Are you present to the words never spoken but always there? If this journey awakens something inside you, stay. This channel is where silence becomes story, hidden truths become clarity, the mysteries of the universe finally find their voice. Subscribe now and let's walk into the voice silence has been holding for all of us.